That's right. We've got Slovakia's Zdeno, Chara of the Bruins, and from Canada, Stamkos of the Lightning and the Los Angeles Kings, Doughty here as well. Is it true that you insisted we all sit down so that Chara wouldn't tower over everybody as we stood?
Very true.
I mean, we'll talk about what it's going to be like to play for Team Canada. You've done that before, but Chara, talk about this idea of playing in this format.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Something different from previous World Cup. I mean, Team Slovakia is going to be hopefully represented in Team Europe by a number of players, and we'll see how it's going to play out. But with a under 23 team and obviously top 6 countries, very different but exciting.
And the Team Europe team could be really interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be really good. Yeah.
And for you two guys playing for Team Canada, I mean, assuming all of you make the teams, of course, we would assume that you're going to try. Drew, what do you think of this setup?
Yeah, it's going to be real cool. Like you said, hopefully me and Sam both make the team and represent our country again, but it's going to be really cool being in Toronto, being in front of your home fans. The city will be electric, so I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, you're not too far from here. You grew up here as well, Stephen, playing in this building, wearing the red and white.
Yeah, I don't think it gets any better than that. So, like you said, Drew and I, grew up in the area, and to have all the friends and family, I mean, this city's going to be pretty crazy.
What about the under-23 team? You worried?
Yeah, they're going to be really good. I was telling them earlier, like, Saad's going to have to play on that 23 team, and I think clearly he'd be on the top team. So they're going to be a really good team, and they're going to be hungry to beat the other guys. They're going to have probably better legs than all the old guys, so we'll see how that goes.
Team North America being under 23 years old. You guys have all represented your country before, obviously, and it's been 12 years since there's been a World Cup. What do you think that's going to be like to have another kind of medal to go after?
Obviously, I have some memories of the World Cup, just watching them on TV, highlights, because I don't know if I was alive for a lot of them, but it would be really cool. I've never been a part of one, and I would really love to be a part of one, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, didn't get a chance to play in the Olympics, so this is, I think, as close you're going to get to the caliber of players, and like Drew said, hopefully we all have good seasons and can get on that team. So for me, I think a little extra motivation to hopefully compete in this tournament.
What about playing to start a season as opposed to taking a break in the middle of the season, but it's before the NHL season kicks off, to be a part of something like this?
I mean, yeah, everybody's going to have to start skating earlier. I feel bad for, I guess, some players that are going to be playing the Stanley Cup Finals, and pretty much they're going to have to skate right away and get ready for the World Cup. But for sure, something different. You have to adjust your training and preparation for the coming up season.
I suppose you were playing a Stanley Cup Final, would be a small price to pay, at that point. Is it a way to warm up for the season as well?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it'll be focused on the tournament at hand at that point, but it'll get your legs going. For myself, I'm a little bit too much of a slow starter, so hopefully that'll help me if I make the team to have a better start to the season.
What about the idea of playing best on best? So you're walking into a tournament where there are no gimmies in this tournament. Every team has the best players in the NHL on it. What would that be like, Stephen?
Well, it's going to be a challenge. I think even you see in the NHL with the parity now, so we have a good taste of that. But anytime you put your country's jersey on, it means so much to all of us. And then to have the different rivals now. I mean, it's not just Canada and Russia or Canada and the States anymore. So I think this will create some great things for our game.
Swedish-Finnish games are going to be amazing. You would never, and Team Europe would never get a chance to play with some of these guys. Who would you look forward to playing with? Well,
if I made the team, I would look forward to play with anybody. I mean, there is no weak player, I would say. It would be an honor to be playing with those guys, and hopefully we can surprise some people.
Who would you like to play with, Steve?
Well, whose anthem do they play if they win the tournament? That's what I want to know, yeah.
Does the captain
I got to think about that one.
Do you have an answer to that question? It'll be a medley. Who are you looking forward to playing with?
Well, a bunch of the guys. There's so many good Canadian players. Obviously, they could probably make 2 really, really good teams. I haven't played with Stammer for a long time. Last time we played together was probably World Juniors, so it'd be nice to play with him one day again.
Got a chemistry up there. Will it be different than an Olympic experience? What would this be like?
Yeah, well, for me, obviously, I haven't played in the Olympics, but you know, like I said, you always dream of winning the Stanley Cup, and you always dream of representing your country at the highest level. So this is going to be really exciting, you know, especially for the Canadians having the game played in Toronto. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that.
I suppose you could sing your own national anthem, Chara. Who's going to stop you?
Oh.
I'm not going to.
You want to go? And so you look at the prospect of making the team, and that's a big part of this. Because there are so many great players, you actually have to earn a spot on this team through summer workouts. Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's similar to the selection process for the Olympics. I mean, you got to go out and hope you have a good start to the season. Obviously, there's some guys that you know are pretty much locked in, but that's the fun part is going out there, not only playing for your team, but also having the thought of representing your country. So a little extra motivation.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Much appreciated.